took Xanax. Someone came over with, Coke, so she's doing Coke. And eventually the next day I kicked her out. I'm like, you gotta go. This is crazy. But then I forgave her, and the next day she picked me up. Well, because she was so sad, and she cries a lot.
What a selfish bitch, though. She's a selfish bitch.
Oh, no, it gets worse. She picked me up in a limo. Her hooker client, that's what she married.
Wow, she married her hooker client?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sure is working out.
Yeah, so
Is that healthy, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's a good way to meet. You're never going to have problems of substance abuse or cheating. No.
That's good.
Well, she had a driver drive us around all day because I had meetings to go to and stuff, and she's drinking champagne, doing Coke. I was at my dermatologist's office.
Wow.
I'm like, have you guys seen my girlfriend Tawny? They're like, let's go look for her. They find her in the bathroom. They're like, she's got to leave.
Holy shit.
But she's such a sweet girl. I don't understand why she's so troubled.
She's selfish. So she married this guy.
Yes.
Are they still married?
Yes, but it's hard. I don't really talk to her much anymore because the last time I talked to her was like a year ago. She's buying a plane ticket to meet me in Fort Lauderdale, and she's in the switching planes in Charlotte, and she starts calling me. What gate do I go to? I'm like, look at the little monitor. She's like, you can't call the airport for me and find out. I was like, no, Tawny, there's monitors. Just find it.
She's selfish.
I told her, I'm like, whatever you do, don't drink. Just go straight to your gate. Well, of course, she got drunk. I heard her board the plane. I heard her ask the pilot what time she lands. I get to the airport to pick her up. People are walking. I don't see her. I start asking people, have you seen this blonde girl, really pretty? They're like, really big lips. So apparently, I guess she got her lips done.
Oh, Christ.
They said she got arrested. Apparently, she called the flight attendants' names, and she got arrested and taken off the plane. And ever since then, I haven't really talked to her.
Dope. She's just fucked up. So she married now this hooker client. What kind of work does he do? Without saying his name, what kind of work does he do?
He was doing investments or something finance, stock. I don't know.
Did he think she was going to be faithful and that knocking her up would make it like a quote unquote honest girl out of her?
I don't know. I don't think they meant. That was another funny thing is because she had met him and was traveling around the country with him, and then 3 months later she told me she was 3 months pregnant, so obviously she got pregnant right away. Oh, there she is.
I must say,
with her ass up in the
She's
air.
a pretty girl,
Isn't she pretty?
She's not pretty enough to tolerate that fucking nonsense.
And I've never seen a girl pop a baby out, and her body was like right back to that.
Honestly, vagina, Danny, I may change my opinion.
It was crazy. Oh yeah, she has a nice tiny little pussy.
Not forget, I don't like
her.
her lips.
Oh my God, she's so young there.
So she's just a troubled drinker. And how'd the baby get taken away? What happened? She got a husband.
Her and her husband got in a fight, and I guess she said that he was hitting her. And apparently, if both people claim domestic abuse, they can take your baby away.
That's it. Oh, good one.
But I think the baby's he's so cute too. I mean, he has 10 fingers, 10 toes. He seemed fairly
on each
normal.
hand.
Not bad, considering she was drinking through the pregnancy.
Yeah, really.
Why do you think she's a bad mother?
I don't necessarily think that she's a bad mother. I think that she just needs to get herself together first before she could become a good mother. So, because I definitely think she loves her child. I just think that maybe she wasn't in love with the guy she married. So
you don't think it was? You think it was financially motivated?
I think possibly, yes.
At least we know it wasn't us, really.
See, I don't want to say anything too bad because whenever I say anything about her, she gets mad.
Yeah.
It was just fucked up.
Yeah, a lot of people were mad at us that she ran out crying, but freaking Mary Carey was
Mary's a trooper.
She was an instigator, man. That was a great day.
But Mary knows she's a bit of a nut.
As far as radio goes, that was a great day.
Oh, it was so great. I tell everyone about that story. I'm just what's going to happen though is one of her fans always hears me when I do interviews, and they're going to tell her, and then she's going to call me drunk later and be like, ew, and she's going to start, leaving me messages.
Why doesn't she stop drinking?
She told me she was going to go to rehab, and then she called me and asked me if I could get her on celebrity rehab, and...
Are you watching Sober House?
I am, yeah.
You like it?
I just think it's so crazy. It doesn't seem to be much... obviously I know they have treatment going on, because you see Dr. Drew 3 or 4 times a week. They don't show it. They like to show the drama, but... I'm glad I'm not living with those people.
The house mom, Jen, is crazy.
I didn't...
You dealt with her, right?
She was my old sponsor, actually, before she was on Sober House with us. And, she's a really nice girl. She's definitely got her own issues, too. I don't know if she necessarily should be running the house, but...
Yeah, we played some of her audio this morning.
Oh, you did? What kind of audio do you have?
Well,
is it funny?
It was pretty funny.
I didn't see the last episode because I was...
No, you probably saw the episode with Mike Starr, the guy from Alice in Chains.
Yes, one thing...
And she was following him over and over and going, clean your room, clean your room, clean your... That's what we played.
But what do you mean she has her own issues? Is she
She's recovering addict.
Well, she's recovering, yeah.
How long, though?
I think she's got 3 years now of sobriety, but she did a long time in rehab, but
Are you sober? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mary. Are you sober for real?
I mean, I'm sober now. Okay, I'll be like 2 or 3 months sober, then I drink. I went to Peoria a couple weeks ago to host a party. I decided to drink with my husband.
That's a no.
Yeah.
That's
No, we drank and it turned out really bad. The next day I was throwing up my whole plane ride home. I couldn't even get the bag. The plane started taking off. I couldn't even get the little bag out, and I threw up on myself. And
Oh shit!
it was horrible.
So you're considering a presidential run when you're 35.
I would like to run for president.
It's
you
hard to
think-
stay sober, huh?
Don't you think that there's enough things that they can pull up for the campaign that you might not need to add any more?
Hey, she's white. Got my vote.
Why don't you just get sober? What are you doing?
No, I am, and that's the thing. And after I drank last time, I was kind of because they always say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And that is what happens to me. I was hosting the party. So I've gotten to where I can do my feature dance bookings, which I'm in town for now. I can do those sober because I'm busy doing the show and stuff. But hosting parties, when I'm just sitting there and I was in Peoria, they're like, come on, Mary, drink. And I thought, you know what, I guess I can have just a couple. But a bottle and a half of, I don't know, the stuff called Nuvo or whatever it was.
Couple of bottles.
Yeah, I was very sick. So, and it turned out very bad. My husband and I ended up having a fight. Apparently, police came. I woke up in another hotel, not the one with him. He woke up where are you?
Wait, did you wake up with a guy?
Goes on.
I was by myself in my hotel room, but, we were both kind of he's like, where are you? We had to, that's what happens when we drink, so.
Does he want you sober or?
Yes, and he actually is staying sober too. Yeah. I mean, when he drinks, he gets mad at me, so.
Well, that's good, though, that the two of you have each other.
Yes.
To both collapse at the exact same moment, because they say that two negatives always make a positive in a sober relationship. So that's scary. Wow.
That would be
You're in trouble.
Yeah, no, it's good.
But Mary, how bad is it to throw up? I don't want to get
it's
sick on a
horrible.
plane. How bad is it because you're taking off in the altitude?
Oh my God, I don't normally ever throw up either. And I threw up, I just eaten 2 yogurts and a bag of Doritos and threw that
Oh
up.
wow, that had to
Those are
look
great for a hangover, too. I would think that those would be very good in your stomach.
Yeah.
While flying.
I kept throwing up. Then I was good the rest of the plane ride. I had a ginger ale. As we were landing, I had to jump up and I threw up again.
Right.
Then I'm like, okay, I'm all good on my connecting flight. I'm going to have a veggie burger. Sure enough, I landed in the next city. I threw up the veggie burger. So that's what happens when I drink.
Wait, from Peoria, that's Illinois, back to L.A.?
Yeah, they had me fly from Peoria to Vegas to L.A.
You're a big star.
Hey, they
Big
were.
star.
They let me fly. I like to fly American. I got to fly
Acting
American
lessons,
there on the way
puking
back.
lessons.
No.
Non-stop. Let's go. Non-stop for Mary Kay.
Yeah, I agree. Mary doesn't fuck around
Why were
with
the
directions.
Why were the police called?
I guess we were loud.
That
We've
happens.
had 6 months before that we decided to drink, and he got mad at me and he threw a burrito at me. So I guess the cops called. I think I called.
Is that what
the
they call
cops.
fucking these days?
Yeah, throw the old burrito at me.
I'm gonna throw a burrito at you.
Well,
Lay
the funniest
down.
thing is when the cops questioned him, they're like, "Was it a frozen burrito?" And he's like,
I guess
"No."
that's the difference.
Yeah, I guess frozen
Yeah,
burrito.
one
would-
is harder. One's a
Yeah.
misdemeanor. The other one's
But do you prefer
felony.
sour cream with you? They were just hungry.
I don't. We neither one of us remember the fight, so
Couldn't hold up in court because somebody ate the evidence. So you wait, you guys, you don't remember what you were fighting about?
Nope. All we know is that we took the ride. They gave us back to the, back to the hotel. I was mad at him, didn't get out of the car. I went back to the club where I hosted the party. Apparently, just ran back in there and found, the owner. I drank some more. And then I guess I took a taxi all by myself. I don't even think I went with anyone. Back to my hotel. I don't know how I got, how I knew where my hotel was. And then we had a fight, apparently.
Apparently.
So
I was told.
you're a
Exactly.
blackout drinker then?
Oh, yeah. When I drink, that was that, that was one of the reasons I knew I needed to go to rehab, and that's why when I got offered celebrity rehab, I was really happy.
Do you flirt with guys and stuff like that? Is he a performer?
No.
So
He's
does he
like a
get-
normal electrician in the union.
So does he get jealous about your sexual history?
You know what? I don't think so. Once, he obviously doesn't want to look at the DVDs, or if I start talking about, oh, she's hot. Who is that? Sorry. Don't distract me. Blondes with big boobs always distract me. He doesn't obviously want to watch any of my movies. If I bring up guys I've slept with, or sometimes I'll be a just annoying bratty girl, and if there's someone on TV that I hooked up with, I'll say something.
Oh,
and
yeah. Guys don't want to hear
Do you
that.
talk
Yeah.
about now? Again, the threatening part of a porn girl. is the fact that she's fucked guys with a lot bigger dicks who do it for a living. Like,
You know what though? Porn sex isn't that good, I don't think.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like not comfortable positions.
Right.
Like if you're on top, you can't like really grind. You have to go up and down, which I don't like as much. And if the guy's on top, you have to like keep one leg open and.
But that's positioning. The guys themselves, if you were just alone with them, would be able to fuck